right, we need to bring everyone up to speed on what's going on between Tom and Ariana and this whole secret affair. We definitely need to talk about this. Glanville got Juan's phone number. Just go ahead. Beginning of this was
sweet
exclusive. Nicola, everything going
the whole
talk over the weekend. All right, welcome back to another video. Before we get into today's video, I want to let everyone know, thank you so much to my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. But before we get into everything, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss whenever I upload. Okay, so a lot of you have been sending me messages over the weekend about basically everything that exploded on Friday with this whole situation between Tom Sandoval and Raquel. And TMZ broke the news about Ariana and Tom splitting because of this cheating scandal with Raquel. Now, initially, it looked like it was just one of those, I don't know, one off, two off kind of situations where maybe Tom Sandoval got drunk, Raquel is flirty, and I could see that happening. Clearly, with what's playing out on Vanderpump Rules right now, with Tom Schwartz, she's kind of moving through the restaurant, if you will. So I wasn't really too shocked about it. I was shocked at the fact that, you know, this is something that came out of left field, because up until now, the whole narrative around Raquel has been with this whole Tom Schwartz situation. Again, this is the storyline that's currently playing out on season 10 of Vanderpump Rules. Now, what I wanted to do in this video was kind of give everyone what the, situation is up until now. So basically everything that I know, pretty much up until now around this whole situation and where they stand. Also, we're going to talk about production basically picking up cameras again. They will be filming this. They have been filming it. And actually, Ariana and Tom filmed the scene. I believe it was earlier today. So we will get to see this play out in this current season that's airing. So that is exciting in some ways, because usually when we get something like this happen, it's not going to kind of play out anytime soon. So they are going to make sure this stays within season 10, because obviously it does match up with the storyline, at least on Raquel's side. It's obviously not looking good for Tom Sandoval. And obviously everyone feels horrible for Ariana. And I actually was really happy to see the Bravo community all pulled together as one and rally behind Ariana. But I don't want to continue to rant. I want to give you guys what the tea is, what's been happening since the news broke. So let's start at the top. So we know that Tom Sandoval has his band that he's been touring with.
Oh, you don't cheat! You don't cheat it, Mom! No cheaters in Mom! No cheaters!
Thank you guys, it was so awesome tonight. I'm ready for it. It was so amazing.
And, Ariana's been very supportive. She goes to a lot of the shows. And last Wednesday, she was also at one of his shows. And apparently, I guess she somehow got a hold of his phone. I'm not really clear on whether it fell out of his pocket and she got it when it fell, or she just had it because, she didn't, maybe they didn't want something to happen to it, whatever. But I'm going to show you a clip, because a lot of the reports said initially that Ariana basically made them stop the show when she saw the phone and the message from Raquel. That seems to not be the case. I'm going to show you guys a clip of a user who was there and filmed a video of the performance showing that everybody was, playing everything out. The band finished like normal. Ariana wasn't flipping out in the video.
I have the real scoop on this. This is true. Ariana did not interrupt the show at all. She was actually so happy and vibing completely the entire time. And she even gave a standing ovation, which you can see right here. She loved the entire performance. It wasn't until after that she went to the bathroom, saw what was on Sandoval's phone, came barging out of the bathroom, and then was saying something about Tom's phone that people could overhear. My friends and I overheard her saying something about Tom's phone. So she did not interrupt the performance. It was after the performance. And then they left pretty soon after the performance. They were out of there maybe 20 minutes after he stopped performing. So it went down after the performance.
Or not, but nonetheless, Ariana has Tom's phone. And at some point, she finds this screen recording of what I'm being told is, I guess, a FaceTime video. I guess there was a FaceTime video between Tom and Raquel. And I guess Tom screen recorded it. And I guess they were doing or Raquel was showing something, amongst her lady bits that was pretty clear that there was something going on here. So obviously this prompted Ariana to be upset for obvious reasons. Then at the same time, Sheena and Raquel were in New York City to do Watch What Happens Live, which they did. And there were some really odd moments finding out what we know now when we watch that interview back, or when they were on Watch What Happens Live. But nonetheless, Ariana tipped Sheena off, I guess, because she knew that she was with Raquel in New York. And then there was, I guess, a report shortly after that Raquel's sister is still running with, but I didn't think this was true. And it doesn't seem like it is based on what I've been hearing, is that I guess Sheena got into a physical scuffle with Raquel after she found out about the Tom Sandoval situation, and basically allegedly punched her, which then left Raquel with a black eye. Now, I didn't believe this because I just don't think A, that would happen. I don't see Sheena doing something like that. And B, I knew there was going to be more to that. Not that actually happened, but that maybe there was something that happened. Maybe there was a physical scuffle, but not someone getting punched where it results in a black eye. Hello, Heather Gay. But nonetheless, it seems that Sheena did not punch Raquel. And actually, guys, I'm going to call Raquel Rachel from now on, because it has also come out that the internet FBI found her yearbook picture and her name's actually Rachel. Anyways, so Rachel, I believe her phone, I guess something happened to her phone. I don't know if Sheena threw it but there was clearly some sort of scuffle. So there was interaction. Sheena was mad, obviously, because Sheena's very close to Ariana, and she's also been, defending Raquel, whatever, Rachel, this entire time, specifically around the Tom Schwartz thing. So I can imagine from Sheena's side, it's oh crap, this is wow. Because I mean, if you think about it, this is really messy on Tom and Rachel's part, because Ariana's been nothing but kind and supportive of Rachel, and has been there, and was actually one of the cast members that was nice and supportive of Rachel when she joined this group.
Yes. I'm so glad that we figured that out. Thank you for that demonstration.
I needed that in my life.
Definitely better than the stagger stance as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's what I think also is like the audacity of it all in my mind. But nonetheless, it's also I'm also being told that in that same breath, Sheena asked to have her flight changed so that she could go back home earlier. Obviously, like she was a wreck and she probably wanted to be with her friend Ariana. So I'm thinking that someone around it, not someone specifically on the cast, but I think someone around the group or either someone around the band, someone leaked this. Definitely, because obviously, like, I don't think Ariana was expecting it to come out. So she probably maybe thought she had some time to like gather herself, but obviously that didn't work out that way. But you know, TMZ obviously posted, Page 6 has been covering it. Everyone's been talking about it across the board because honestly, guys, and I want to say this too. A lot of you have been sending me messages around this whole story saying, you know, a couple of different things like, you know, Ariana cheated with Tom when Tom was with Kristen. And for that situation, you guys need to remember that was like a long time ago. They were much younger and they were also in a very toxic relationship because if you remember, Kristen was also sleeping with Jax while, you know, Tom Schwartz was in the other room. So, that wasn't really that was just a messy relationship. So yeah, it was wrong. They're cheaters. It's clear like that's the common thread within this group. But in this specific situation, I don't think that this is the same because first of all, they were together. Ariana and Tom been together for like 9 years. And their entire relationship has been on a show for the most part. So, you know, this is different. And plus, Ariana's been hanging out with them so much and have been welcomed. And Ariana, like I said earlier, has been super supportive of Rachel. So that's another reason why this is all so messed up and why I think, in my opinion, so many people are infuriated for Ariana. But production, like I said, will be filming this over the next 2 weeks. They're going to film the I mean they've already started. The girls have pretty much rallied around Ariana, obviously, and they've been filming, and Kristen was also there, but I'm not sure because I know Kristen doesn't want to be on the show or has expressed that she's not interested in being in the show. But I wonder if that will be different because obviously she's going to be with the other girls who are going to be filming. So I would imagine that she would say okay to this one. She's clearly come out of the gate being a big supporter of Ariana when I think a lot of people thought she was going to be like, haha, I told you so, or like, but I would think that she wouldn't be like that because they were in a good place.
I don't know why I feel like I need to make this clear, but there's so many people right now wondering if this is making me happy. And you guys, Ariana and I've been really good friends for many, many years now. So I am Team Ariana all day, every day. That's what's up.
Kristen and Ariana were in a good place when Kristen left the show and they still remain friends. So I'm glad to see that because I think, you know, this is just a really messed up situation. But yeah, so production will be filming this. We will get to see it play out. The reunion, though, is going to, and the reason why production's filming for the next 2 weeks is because also the reunion will film in 2 weeks. So that's going to be crazy because, you know, I feel like this is going to be one of the best seasons for Vanderpump Rules. Not to celebrate what's going on with Ariana. It's just the way it's playing out. there's a lot of people who are watching Vanderpump Rules again that stopped watching, or people that didn't watch before are watching now. It's crazy. This whole thing has just drum up so much in regards to the show. So much so, I also heard that coincidentally, production got pulled from shooting or filming. I guess Dorit was having an event of some sort, but because of this whole situation, they pulled the production from Beverly Hills filming to bring it back to Vanderpump Rules. So that, I thought that was kind of funny, because it's like, you know, I forgot that they share the same production company. But also, Page Six also reported that Tom and Ariana did film their scene together, where they discussed this, and it's coming across like Tom is playing the victim. I am not too shocked about that. It doesn't seem like he took any responsibility. If anything, it seems like he's putting it back on Ariana. It's been claimed that I guess Tom was saying their relationship was not really in a good place for a while. And the reason why he didn't tell Ariana was because he was concerned about her mental health, meaning she had just lost her grandmother, I guess, in September. So he was trying not to rattle her even more with this. But I guess he was allegedly planning, him and Raquel were allegedly planning to tell Ariana right before the reunion, which, wow, like, way to drop a bombshell on someone right before they have to go out and film something. Like, insane, you guys. Like, this is like, he is such a jerk for the way he's handling this. He's like Lenny Hochstein 2.0, but like worse, in my opinion, the way this has all been handled and whatnot. Apparently this was not just some random little fling here and there. It's also been alleged that Tom was sleeping with Rachel in Tom and Ariana's house while Ariana was sleeping in the other room. I heard something today that Ariana believes that Tom and Rachel also may have allegedly slept in their actual bed, which, disgusting behavior if that's true. I think Rachel's PR strategy got leaked, or it got posted of like somewhere. I think it was Dumois, but it's clear that they're going to go for the victim play, specifically because the way it's come out that Tom's already kind of putting it back on Ariana and making a lot of excuses around this affair that, by the way, it's being said it started back in July, which that's like 7 months, and that's a long time. And looking back and seeing how many shows Raquel goes to of his, and the whole wearing the Tom Tom merch last Halloween, or when Tom dressed up like Rachel wearing the Tom Tom sweatshirt merch, like, it's all like really wackadoodle. It's like wackadoodle time, because it's like you guys are literally playing in Ariana's face, and she's been nothing but supportive, you know, because it's clear Tom's having a midlife crisis. Who starts a band at almost 40 years old, a cover band at that. Anyways, so it was nice to see. I did see that the ladies they showed up to rally around Ariana during this difficult time. There was also a couple of shots where Ariana was flipping off the paparazzi, which I later heard from someone that the reason why she was doing that was, well, obviously she's very upset and emotional, but that they were heckling her, which, you know, obviously they were probably doing that on purpose to just get a reaction, which they got. Nonetheless, I'm not mad at it. I totally get it. And shout out to eating McDonald's when you are under emotional and mental distress, because that's exactly the food anyone would be eating at that time. But the downside to the story all coming out was obviously Schwartz and Sandy's. They got an influx of bad Yelp reviews, which, listen, I understand why people were so angry, but quite honestly, like, doing that to the business doesn't just hurt Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz, it actually impacts a plethora of people. And I get where the anger is coming from. I get it. I've also seen people make some, valid points about like, well, your whole business is based around your personal brand. So things like this are your responsibility. I do agree with that. However, some of the comments went just way too far. Like I was scrolling on there and I was just like, wow, I mean, I get it. People are really mad at Raquel and Tom Sandoval for what they did to Ariana. But it got to be so bad, you guys, that Yelp basically stopped letting people put reviews up because they basically flagged it as like people were just coming here to do what they were doing, just taking their anger out on Tom and Rachel. It really had nothing to do with the business. And from what I also heard, I don't think this is impacting their restaurant. I think if anything, more people are probably going there because they probably want to run into somebody, or I'm sure, I don't know if Tom Sandoval was at the restaurant, but I'm sure Tom Schwartz was. And I'm sure that, more people were there than there were before, because usually people want to see where this, like, they want to be in the environment where these things are happening. But I don't know if you guys remember, but Greg, he's on the show. He's kind of the restaurateur guy that can kind of put everything together and understands the business very well. He's also very connected with Lisa Vanderpump. They are business friends, if you will. But he went on the Schwartz and Sandy's page and made a statement basically saying, don't take this out on the business. There's a lot of employees that would be impacted by those, those negative comments, and basically like take your frustration and anger out on Tom. This also prompted Tom to then release an apology, which wasn't really an apology to anyone important, like Ariana, for instance. Like, she's nowhere in that apology, but basically, he's basically sorry that he got caught, sorry that everyone's upset with his behavior, but please don't bash the restaurant, don't leave negative reviews. There's other people involved, blah, blah, blah. But no mention of Ariana in there whatsoever. Not a, I'm sorry that I ripped the rug out from underneath the woman who's been supportive in my life the last 9 years and has loved me for me. No, that was not in there. So that also then made people react, because it's just like, wow, you really just don't care. You really don't. I mean, it's clear that he doesn't. So another thing that's been interesting with this whole situation is, people started pointing out that Tom and Rachel both wear, like, they're not matching, like they're not identical, but they both are wearing a lightning bolt necklace. And so people are wondering if this is like their secret way of letting each other know that, they're together, or that they've expressed love for each other. Because when this came out, it was also being reported that Tom wants to pursue a real relationship with Rachel. He has real feelings for her, and she feels the same way. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to play out. If this strategy of Rachel's that came out online, where she's going to play the victim, because she's going to go at it from the angle that she did not give Tom Sandoval her consent for him to screen grab their FaceTime call when I guess they were having like sexy time chat or whatever she was showing him. And which, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that that's authentic. I don't think that that's really what the issue is for you. I think trying to get a PR strategy in place for something you did that you should just own up to, that you should take responsibility for, specifically when you've been, like, just as of late, you were on a podcast with Sheena talking about Ariana, like how close you are, how great of a friend.
Ariana and Sheena were the ones that really embraced me into this group and have been there for me since day one. So like I know who my true friends are.
Right.
And Katie's not one of them. So when it came down to like, do I want to live my best single life and pursue possibly something with Schwartz, who I do admire a lot because he's super sweet. He always puts himself in other people's shoes. He's basically the opposite of James Kennedy. So am I going to choose myself and in pursuing Schwartz?
Yeah. Right.
Or am I going to put that on hold and pursue a friendship with Katie, someone who's never been that welcoming to me, and someone who I'm not really even interested in being friends with?
He's the most trustworthy. Like, all of that makes this all so much more messy to me. Like, you literally are sitting in her face smiling while you're sleeping with her boyfriend of 9 years. Like, that's disgusting to me. And I think everyone echoes that feeling, so I'm not alone in that. I'm preaching to the choir, frankly. But, you know, when you look at it from that angle, Rachel's already gotten this like narrative ahead of the season 10 where she is being linked to all these guys. I mean, she's been with Peter. She then was with Tom Schwartz. Then she was with Oliver, Garcelle's son, who, you know, I guess allegedly he told her, Rachel, that he was separated, but his wife's reaction to the news when it came out that they were filming together and were on a date, Rachel and Oliver, was she spiraled. So I'm just saying that this narrative, this whole like, and I want Raquel to have fun. She's single, great. But why are you doing it all within the friend group? Why not go outside the friend group? Why not be fun, Raquel, outside of the friend group that supports you specifically? Also, where does the show go from here with these two? Who's going to want to film with either one of them? Is this the end for them on the show? I mean, at least Raquel. Who's going to want to film with her? It's going to be a disaster at the reunion. I know that. I mean, there's no way that, I mean, everything's just happened and they're literally going to film the reunion in 2 weeks after filming the aftermath of this whole ordeal and story. And, you know, I don't know, guys. This is crazy. I wanted to bring you guys a full streamlined rundown of what's been going on with Vanderpump Rules and Tom, Ariana, and Rachel, as we'll call her now. But I obviously want to know what your thoughts are. A lot of you have been DMing me your thoughts already, but let me know down below. What do you think about this? Do you feel like Tom and Raquel should stay on the show after all of this? Like, do you think there's a way forward within the group? And one more thing before I go, I just want to say a lot of people thought that Tom Schwartz knew about this the entire time. I can't be certain, but I definitely know he knew about this as of late, at least from their last Watch What Happens live appearance with both Toms, where it was clear that Tom Schwartz kept looking to Tom Sandoval to answer questions about stuff. It was, you know, that was clear watching that back now that was off. But I don't know necessarily if he knew the entire time that he was a beard or a cover up, because I do think that I could see Rachel manipulating it and working together to keep it covered up. But who knows? Maybe they all three were entangled at one point and they all knew about this. But yes, let me know your thoughts down below. I will keep you guys updated as things do continue to unfold. But until next time, guys, I will talk to you on the next video. Bye.